of the players. That is the one and only reason. He said it wasn't for the community, it wasn't for the university. His players wanted him to do it, and so he will.
That's Kevin Steele. That is vintage Kevin Steele right there. He's going to do what those players want.
So Texas will receive to start here in this ball game. Ivan Williams back deep, long time alongside Selvin Young. Is Mac Brown looking on in his 5th season, trying to go where no Texas program has gone before. 5 straight 9-win seasons, and they'll have to start it from the 20-yard line. So Texas coming in here off that brutal stretch with that loss to Oklahoma, then taking care of business against K-State, Iowa State, and Nebraska. Take a look at the offense for the University of Texas. Chris Sims, 23-5 as a starter. The numbers speak for themselves. They are big and strong up front. Robbie Doan, maybe the best, an academic All-American on that left side. Backs and receivers, Benson, Ivan Williams, who had a great game last week. We talked about the Fab Three. B.J. Johnson, Roy Williams, and Brock Edwards is the tight end to go along with Sloan Thomas in that receiving corps. So first down and 10 for the Longhorns. From the 20-yard line, 90-second meeting between these two schools, and throwing it in the flat, complete. Roy Williams and Williams for a gain of 7 yards out to the 27-yard line.
Pretty nifty catcher, I'll tell you. Roy Williams got great hands. I don't believe I've seen anybody like him in years and years.
Defense, the front four up front. Ethan Kelly, the best of those three. Wade, Sepulveda, and Chatham. They will play you hard. Bobby Hart, Matt Johnson, a real fighter. Maurice Lane and Derek Cash in that backfield. On second down and 4. Opening drive of the ball game just underway. Glad to have you with us. Kevin Eschenfelder, Spike Dykes, and Brian Anderson from Austin, Texas. Straight drop again to throw for Sims. Going down, looking for Roy Williams. Has him, and Roy Williams will score.
My goodness.
Second play of the game, and they take it for 73 yards.
Well, they had 8 in the box, Kevin. They had 8 guys in the box, and it's pretty hard to cover with that. Great protection. Great. Boy, he got hit right after he released it, didn't he?
Right on the numbers and in stride. Had single coverage with Bobby Hart, and Bobby Hart didn't get a whole lot of help. And for the point after. Dusty Mangum is perfect, and Texas looking like it too. It took them 24 seconds to get on the board.
That's just what Baylor didn't need in this football game.
14:36 to go in the first quarter. Texas strikes first. Chris Sims didn't take long at all. In fact, 24 seconds to be exact. As Chris Sims now with yet another touchdown pass. Going big time over the top. His 15th touchdown pass of the season. Going to Roy Williams for 73 yards.
Great protection on that play. They had 5 guys rushing, and really, really good by the offensive line.
Shedrick Ricks and Randy Davis back deep to receive the kick. The number 4 team in the nation flexing its muscles early on. Richmond McGee kicks it away. Here's Ricks. Well, nothing doing.
Ricks on the return.
Very short return.
I tell you, special teams at Texas is one of their landmarks. They have really had a good special teams this year.
You look at this Baylor offense. Aaron Karras, the man who makes it go. Most accurate passer in Baylor history. Look at that, 59.9% this season. Big guys up front. Cedric Fields making his 22nd consecutive start. The backs and receivers, got to keep an eye on. Reggie Newhouse, number 81.
He's the key to all of it for Baylor, Kevin. He's the guy that can make it happen.
Karras rolls the pocket. Hit and brought down. Marcus Tubbs shot through there. They call him Big Tex. Questionable with the injuries, but good to go in this one to start off. Corey Redding, the All-American candidate, on the left side, along with Wright and Thornton. Then you see Jackson, Boyd, and Johnson. Vasher and Babers may be as tough a combination as there is in the country. Dakari Pearson and Michael Huff are the safeties. There was Stevie Lee on the sack, I beg your pardon, 65, not 95. Marcus Tubbs is who I said it was. It's Lee, and well, there's not much there.
That's a little option play they got from Nebraska last week against Baylor there, and to no avail.
But Tubbs and Kalen Thornton both listed as not really thought of as being able to go in this game, and right off the bat, you can see some of the backup guys be able to come in and make a contribution. Rashard Armstrong on that carry. Second, make it 3rd down and 17. Good protection for Karras, going up top and overthrows the intended receiver. Robert Quiroga was out there, but the pass not even close, and it's 3 and out.
Well, Vasher is right there on the spot. You're going to see a lot of Vasher. He's as good a corner as there is in the conference. He and Rod Babers, probably no team in the country has two as good as they are. But here's really what Vasher does good right here. Now, he's about as good a punt returns I've ever seen.
He had a 39-yarder in the Nebraska game, averaging 12 per. You see Jeremy Parker, freshman from Mesquite. Here they come, but he gets it away, barely. Good punt. Vasher from the 49 with a head of steam. And Vasher run out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Oh, a time out of the field. We take it with them. Texas leading 7-0 with good field position when we come back. Scored. Took 2 plays on their opening possession. Baylor went 3 and out. Now Texas has it on 1st down and 10. There was movement in the interior line, just 33 yards away.
Kevin, Baylor can't afford to give Texas this kind of field position. They just they can't do it and have any chance of being competitive in this football game.
John Laurie, our referee. Back it up 5. We're 2 minutes and 6 seconds or deep into this ball game, and didn't take long for Chris Sims, Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week, to get something done. Coming off that huge game a week ago, he threw for 419 yards, a career-high 29 of 47. Here's Cedric Benson right up the middle, and Benson gain of a couple. Credit the interior line for Baylor. Ethan Kelly and Kevin Sampson in there to make the stop. Benson out of Midland, Texas. Stevenson, a senior from Abilene, making that tackle.
Baylor's got they're a good-sized defensive line. They really do stack up good on paper.
Ivan Williams, a single setback. Sims straight drop the throw, does to Roy Williams. Williams cutting it back on the middle screen. He's still on his feet. Gets a block at the 30, turns the corner, and he'll step out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Athleticism. That's what they call it, isn't it? Isn't that a good word, athleticism?
Well, when you're that big, that's a physical specimen, 6'4", 210 pounds. He's not easy to bring down. This is a great example of that.
They got great feet. Great feet. That's what makes those guys different. The guys that have the great feet are always the ones that play on Sunday.
Now a 3rd down and 7. Here in the first quarter from the 30-yard line. Line to make the 23.5. Sims throws in the flat, open man, and it's complete, but short of the 1st down to the 25-yard line. It may be field goal time for Texas, and it is.
BJ made a nice catch there. BJ Johnson did, and moved the pocket around a little bit, threw the sprint out, just 2 yards short. Coach Brown doesn't like that. He doesn't like to be complete a pass on 3rd down and then punt or kick a field goal on 4th down. If you complete one, it needs to be a 1st down.
So Dusty Mangum, 10 of 16. He's made 4 straight field goals. This a 42-yard attempt. Here's a fake. And penalty markers are down, so is Dusty Mangum.
You know, Kevin, the guy you need to watch on this, and Bo Trahan is the captain of their special team. What a great player.
Right a snap. False start offense. 5 yards. Replay 4th down.
This will make it a little more interesting here.
Those unsung heroes that are on those special teams, they're the guys that really put you over the top when you do have a good football team. And Bo Trahan is as good as there is, and he's on every team, every special team.
But now a 47-yard attempt. This will be the long of the season for Dusty Mangum. And they're going to pooch kick it. And roll dead at 11-yard line. So
pretty
well executed for Dusty Mangum and the Texas special
Timeout.
teams. 7-0
On the field.
Texas leading it 7-0. Fourth-ranked team in the country. Take a look at some of the numbers. Third-ranked pass defense, fourth in pass defense efficiency, 8th in scoring, and 9th in total defense. The Texas Longhorn defense has been consistent for the most part throughout the entire season. So Baylor with a first down and 10 from the 11-yard line. Here's Armstrong coming to the near side. And Armstrong, some nifty moves at the end, and he'll move it up for a gain of 5 yards on first down. Cedric Griffin ran him out of bounds.
That's the key to Baylor. Make 5 yards on first down, you got a chance, Kev. That's what they got to keep doing. They got to have good first down plays.
Rashard Armstrong, National Junior College Player of the Year a year ago at Mesa Community College in Arizona. A tough guy to bring down at low center of gravity. Karras, they'll roll the pocket, throws it back, complete. And out to the 25-yard line by Cedric Ricks, where Cedric Griffin was there to stop him. And they will move the chains for the first time today with the Baylor Bears.
Yeah, let me tell you now, if they don't make that tackle, that's a big play. That's one of those big plays. Griffin did a nice job.
This is sixth catch of the season for Cedric Ricks. Again with the play action. Roll the pocket. Chased. And Karras goes down. Hit hard and brought down at the 24-yard line. Brian Pickerel came around to make that tackle.
You know, Pickerel, they ran a bootleg pass. Pickerel was right in, and they bootleg to his opposite side, and he makes the tackle. You talk about a guy that can play football. He can play.
It's a long way to go. You know, Reed Boyd kind of slowed that play up, and Pickerel was there to finish it off.
No huddle here. They're just giving us a new little look here. No huddle. Didn't do much to catch Texas off guard, but it didn't happen in a hurry.
Cedric Ricks gets up to the 30-yard line. It's a third down and a manageable third down situation, and that's what Baylor, albeit a short drive thus far, has been able to do on this drive. As they will face a third down and 7 yards to go for the first. Once again, no huddle. Karras from the gun. Here comes the blitz, incomplete. And a late penalty marker comes in.
That's a good play by Vasher. I guess it was a little bit of interference. The thing that they got to do, and this is the key to the whole thing, Kevin, is Texas kicks the ball.
Pass interference, defense, spot foul, first down.
But it moves the sticks. Take a look at it, Coach.
Yep, made them go 90 though, and they've got a lot to do here. This is yep, it was interference. That's a good call. This is a good crew. This is really old John Laurie has been doing this a long time. I've had many encounters with John Laurie, and believe me, he knows what he's doing.
First and 10 Baylor from the 32.
But from the 32-yard line, it's a first down and 10.
Little bunch set over here. They got everybody in the world over here on the left.
And they hand it off to Ricks on a reverse. Ricks fighting back and getting ahead for a gain out to the 36-yard line. Rick's made something out of really not a whole lot there. Rod Wright was there to kind of blow this play up from the beginning.
Derek Johnson also. Derek Johnson can run. Watch that son of a gun play now. You get a thrill if you like to watch defense. He can make plays all over the field.
A gain of 4, 2nd down and 6.
Delay a game. Offense, 5 yards. Replay 2nd down.
That kills you.
They lose those 4 and 1.
Yep. Plus you got it like you wanted. 2nd and 6, and just got to watch that play clock.
Now 2nd down and 11. 8:44 to go here in the first quarter. Texas scored on its opening possession. Second play, as a matter of fact, a 73-yard touchdown pass from Sims to Roy Williams. Here comes the blitz. Karras gets it away. Well played. Michael Huff came up from that cornerback spot. Huff, a versatile guy who could switch between strong safety and that corner. He's up to make the play.
Yeah, quick. He's quick as a cat. Watch this. And great reaction.
Robert Quiroga couldn't do anything with it, so it's 3rd down and 9. Karras hit and goes down.
Oh, what a nice play.
Lee Jackson coming from the edge, the outside linebacker on the strong side on the blitz, and he's there to make the sack.
Lee Jackson is an unsung hero for the Texas defense, in my opinion. He makes plays after play after play, week after week. A great football player.
Senior from Longview, Texas. Battled injuries for the last 2 seasons. Former strong safety, but feeling right at home at that strong side linebacker spot. Low liner.
Be careful.
Here comes Vasher. Plenty of room to run. Down the sideline and out of bounds. And a late flag. It's going to be half the distance to the goal. Willie Andrews finally makes the stop and save the touchdown.
I believe he stepped out back here about the 40. Kevin, maybe not, but I believe he did. And you can see that developing, couldn't you? That was a great wall, good special teams play. And I said that a while ago. That's a real trademark of this Texas football team is a special team play. It is really, really outstanding.
Tough to tell, but the field judge indicating that he stepped out of bounds at the 42-yard
At the end of the play, personal foul. Baylor, 15 yards from this spot. First down.
So you still get the 15 yards for the late hit at the end of the play. Good field position again for Texas.
You can see Vasher setting that thing up. He did a nice job. He jogged to his left, sort of ran up the middle and came out behind that wall, and it looked good. Great play.
So Sims, you see the numbers on him. He's completed his first 4 passes. Senior from Franklin Lakes, New Jersey.
38-yard return from Vasher, 1st and 10 Longhorns from the 27.
Benson and Williams, the back tandems. This is Cedric Benson. Trying the right side. Cuts it back at the hash and down to the 23-yard line where Ethan Kelly is there to make the stop for Baylor.
Great block by Robbie Doan, left tackle on that play. Man, did he ever do a good job.
And Doan making his 23rd straight start. This offensive line is just massive up front.
And I tell you, they're trimmed, Kevin. They're not big old puffy guys. They look like linemen. They look like athletes. They really have done a nice job. They get better every week.
Averaging 6'4", 310 pounds up front for Texas. Benson tries the right side. Hole is there, and he's going to be near a first down. Inside the 20-yard line, where Steven Sepulveda made the stop. Junior from Dallas Highland Park. Numbers on Benson. Over 1,000 yards for the 2nd straight season. Only the 3rd at the University of Texas ever to do that. his first 2 years. Third down, a yard to go for the first. Here's Benson. Well, Benson didn't get it. He just did.
That's going to be right on the spot.
It's a first down.
Yes, it is.
First down, Texas.
When you have the ability to run 3 straight plays and make a first down and down in 4-down territory, you've got things under control. You really do. And that's what makes it so hard to stop this football team. They got too many weapons.
From the 17-yard line. Trying to cash in on a nice punt return and then 15-yard penalty at the end. Benson looked like he had a lot of room to run. He'll go down at the 12-yard line after a gain of 5. Derek Cash steps up and makes the stop. Great defensive football play. Also, Lane was over there, and that was a quick reaction to football because that's a little counter play is hard to stop.
Second, 6.
Second down, 5 from the 12. Benson left, Benson right, Benson left, and this time not much there. A lot of white jerseys led by Kevin Stevenson.
Don't you think it's about time to fake the Benson down and toss it? Keep your eye open. That's what I bet they do, Kev. They definitely have established the run, and when you do that, well, those little play action passes are hard to stop.
Third down and 3. You got Williams to the top of your screen. Tony Jeffrey to the bottom, and B.J. Johnson in the slot to the near side. Movement. He was going back to pass.
You know, the utilization of the starting count is a mark of a great quarterback. I don't think people ever give it quite.
Offside defense.
Sims keeps that count variable, and it does keep the defense at a disadvantage. And if you go on the same count all the time, it just gets to be pretty methodical. But this keeps the defense where they've got no edge.
That's an automatic first down. First down and goal.
That's the best play there is in football on 3rd and 4. It's offside for the defense, isn't it?
You got it. No risk and very high reward.
There you go.
So from the 5-yard line, first down and goal. Benson, nothing fancy, down to the 4-yard line. Gain of a yard. Ethan Kelly.
Good defense.
Yeah, they stacked it up in the middle.
They sure did. That's great defensive line play right there. This is an important stand. This right here, if Texas goes on and scores easy, it's going to be some kind of ball game. But if they hold them and make them kick a field goal or keep them out, then Baylor has made a stand. Now they've got a little bit of momentum if they can do that.
Again, Benson the single setback on 2nd and goal. Straight drop, Sims throws. No signal yet. Touchdown. B.J. Johnson couldn't tell if he had trapped it or caught it. The officials couldn't tell for a while either.
Well, they looked around at each other and nobody did anything, so finally the guy called it. That was a good pass. That was a good catch. It was thrown on the place where the defense didn't have a chance, and B.J. made a great catch.
Wow.
That's just what the Bears didn't need, Kevin.
Mangum is good. That's going to be worth a couple of extra looks. Did he catch the football? Did he have control of it? Did the ball touch the ground? Maybe this is why it took the officials so long to make this call. Take a look.
He caught it. I thought, good call. Good call.
They got it right.
Yep, they did.
Close.
It really was. Let me tell you something. The key, the unsung hero in this whole deal is Cullen Loeffler. He is the snapper for Texas. He's the snapper, the deep snapper, the snapper on extra points. And, you know, that's why they kick field goals. That's why they had the fake punt a while ago. That's all a result, Kevin, of Baylor starting on the 10-yard line, not doing anything with the football, and that's actually got great field position. It all starts, I believe, really with a kicking game and turnovers.
27 yards to drive, and that tells you something right there. Just what you said about the special teams. A short field to work with. Offenses are always better with a short field. And it all starts, like you said, at least on that occasion, it was with the punt returns. Chadrick Ricks and Randy Davis back deep for Baylor. Just under 3 minutes to go. Randy Davis out to the 20-yard line, and that is all.
Good coverage again. I really believe in football that is the most overlooked facet of the game is those guys on special teams. Those are good players, and they do a great job, and they're so important to win and losing, especially in games like this.
Ken Van Wen had the tackle there from Texas on the special teams. Chris Sims with 2 touchdown passes on the day. That man trying to get his offense going. Aaron Karras from the 20-yard line. This one incomplete. That was almost picked off by Derek Johnson, and had Johnson stepped in front of it, he would have been gone the other way, and we'd have been talking about a 21-0 game.
That was
reading the eyes of the quarterback from the start.
Without a doubt.
Reggie Newhouse was coming on the slant. Derek Johnson almost stepped in front of that. They throw the screen. Quiroga has the first down out to the 35-yard line. Robert Quiroga, a guy who has really come on. Second leading receiver on this team. Austin Sending with the tackle.
They call that the jailhouse breakout, and that's what that is. The good play. Nice little screen pass. Another no huddle. I guess Baylor's going to do it all day. They're not trying to do it for speed. I guess they just don't want Texas to be able to get the defensive huddle.
Armstrong, boy, nothing there. Johnson, and then he bounces outside, but still nothing there. Again, Reed Boyd finished him off, but Derek Johnson started that. He was standing right there in the hole. Richard Armstrong, watch this. Richard Armstrong bounced back outside. He's bouncing off of Johnson. A gain of 1. Second down 9. Just nothing going on right now. Nathan Vasher was there. Quick hits to Reggie Newhouse where he tried to get something going out there, but Vasher was there and makes a sure tackle.
You know, that offense is no huddle, Kevin. They just had 1 second left on the clock that time. So, you know, they're not in any rush of just not huddling, and I guess they're trying to call plays on the line of scrimmage. But it's not having much effect on the Longhorns.
So third down 9. Ricks in motion. Here come the orange jerseys, and Karras threw it away. In the general direction of Robert Quiroga, but you get the idea.
Corey Reddick. I tell you, Corey Reddick has really made a turnaround. What a great defensive football player he's become. And I say a turnaround. He just started slow, but the last 5 games of this season, he has really played well. What a great defensive end.
One of 12, I should say, semifinalists for the Lombardi Award. Preseason All-American.
He'd be close to winning it. I'm telling you, not many people having a better year than he's having.
Jeremy Parker to punt again. Vasher lost it in the sun and got away from it. Took a Texas bounce out to the 25-yard line. So that is where the Longhorns will have the football. 43 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Chris Sims with a pair of touchdown passes.
And they got a chance with field position here. Baylor does. Baylor's got them backed up a little bit for a change. And it's a heck of a lot different with 75 to go than 40 or 50 or 30 or 27 like it was a while ago.
29th career start for Chris Sims. And in this one already, we're in the first quarter. It's his 15th time he's had a multiple touchdown passing game. He's thrown 2 today.
You said 29th start. His 28th was probably his best ever, and so he just keeps getting better every week.
23-5 as a starter. Now they go with Selvin Young, and Selvin Young weaving his way out to the 26-yard line.
He's got a little dad-do or two. That guy can pick it up and lay it down.
Justin Crooks makes the stop. Now Selvin Young, a true freshman, Houston, Jersey Village. Hasn't gotten a whole lot of playing time this year, but it's not for lack of talent. Just that Cedric Benson, the sophomore, in front of him, but Selvin Young can absolutely fly.
Well, for a true freshman to be playing on this offensive unit this time of the year, he's pretty darn good. That tells you a lot about him.
Yep. So the clock reads 0, 15 minutes in the books. Texas in control. They scored on the second play of the game and really never have looked back. We will come back to Austin. Darrell K. Royal, Texas Memorial Stadium. It's 14-0. Well, Chris Sims been outstanding here in the first quarter. He's thrown a couple of touchdown passes. Fourth-ranked Texas Longhorns leading the Baylor Bears 14-0. This Texas team has won 17 straight games at home, and in those wins, they haven't been close. They've dominated this series with Baylor, and so far dominating the first 15 minutes of football. Second down 8 for the Longhorns to get things started here in the second quarter. Sims, good protection, throws complete. He lost the football. And Baylor's got it. Brock Edwards made the catch. Willie Andrews knocked it away, and it's Baylor ball. See if the Bears can take advantage of a turnover. Greg Wade fell on it.
It's their best field position, so this is what they've been wanting. They've got a chance to get right back in this ball game, and this drive will be big time important. The old Sam threw that ball right on the button to Brock Edwards.
Yes, he did.
I mean, that was a nice pass.
Yeah,
well-designed play.
Check out Derek Cash, though, coming in not only with the big hit, but able to rip the football away.
I'll tell you, the lick was fantastic, and Cash caused that fumble.
Ooh. But the Texas defense arriving in a bad mood and arriving in a hurry. Reed Boyd was there to make the tackle on Jonathan Golden, who gets his first carry of the game.
Good play by Reed.
Step right into the hole, and it's second down and 11 as they lose a yard. Five wide receivers set. Aaron Karras from the shotgun. Comes the rush, and flags go down. Trying to set up the screen on the far side.
Prior to snap, false start, offense, 5 yards, replay, second down.
Second and 11 becomes second down 16. Don't want to be in this situation against any defense, but particularly not against this Texas defense.
That is true. I see right back in the game, the heralded freshman defensive tackle. He has got, Roderick Wright is going to be something to behold, I'm afraid. He's one of the best young players I believe I've ever seen.
True freshman from the Houston area, Alief Hastings High School. So second down 16. Here comes Reed Boyd on the blitz. Karras hung in, threw it.
What a catch.
Sure was by Newhouse. And Reggie Newhouse a gain out to the 41-yard line.
Reggie Newhouse made one of the finest catches there you'll ever see, Kevin. He was well covered, and nice pass, nice catch.
Watch Boyd come in and nail Karras right as he gets rid of the football.
Hey, Karras is playing good.
Yeah, 3rd down and 9 coming up.
He's doing pretty good. He's protecting the ball.
Only a 34% conversion rate on 3rd down for Baylor this year. Quiroga lost the football. No signal yet.
I believe that's in.
Texas got it back.
That's pretty close to being incomplete, Kevin, I think. When you see it on the replay, see if you don't think it's pretty close to incomplete.
All right, that's you're absolutely right. Nope, it's not an incomplete. It's Texas football.
I believe he got his knocked out. I don't.
Doesn't matter if we don't get a vote, do we?
And I imagine the main thing, Texas on the 33-yard line.
You learned that a long time ago. So Texas with another short field. Sims, again, good protection. All the time in the world and incomplete. Led Cedric Benson a little too much.
Well, he had too much time. That's the problem. You get that much time, you're not used to it. It gets everything off kilter. Great protection on the offensive line on that play. And, of course, it's only a 4-man rush, so it should be, but it wasn't back close.
Benson looked like he tripped.
Yep, that's a wheel route, and, you know, the old change between him and the wide receiver, and that guy's usually open running that. Baylor did a nice job of covering him.
First incompletion of the day for Chris Sims. He's 6 of 7. Ooh, lead to B.J. Johnson. Johnson doesn't take it for any more than what he got once he caught the football. A good job by the Baylor defense, and now it's a 3rd down and short coming up for the Texas offense. Steven Sepulveda making the tackle on B.J. Johnson, who made his 28th catch of the season.
He runs good routes. You see how quick he made that little outcut, and that's the difference in B.J. and a lot of receivers is the fact that he's got that great quickness.
B.J. had a huge game last year against Baylor. Career high 162 receiving yards in that game a year ago. Sims completing the flat to Benson. Benson, I don't believe, got there.
No,
he's short of the 1st down.
2 yards short.
And Derek Cash. That is not an easy tackle to make. Cedric Benson, of course, big and strong, and he can run. Cash with a sure-handed tackle.
Well, I see those guys wanting to go for it, and you know, I never saw a team yet that did want to go for it. Kick the field goal just like
you ever seen guys go, hey, come on, coach, bring the field goal kicker on?
Yeah, no, they never do that. Everybody wants to go for it. This is what they ought to be doing right here.
42-yard attempt.
Timeout. Baylor.
Well, Baylor will call a timeout. Dusty Mangum will think over this 42-yard attempt, and he'll be kicking it when we come back to Austin. It's 14-0 Texas. Oh, Dusty Mangum good from 42 yards out.
Great snap, great hold.
Texas takes a 17-0 lead. Another look. Just hooked it in. That left upright.
Yeah, that was precision, though. And I say this too much, I know I do, but the special teams are so important, and the snapper and the holder. That's what makes it work. Dusty did a nice job of getting it through there, but so did Loeffler getting it back and try and holding it, and that is an important ingredient in that little team.
Kevin Steele trying to get his team back into this ball game, trailing at 17-0. And still a lot of time left here in this first half. 11:32 to go.
Hey, Baylor's playing hard, Kevin. They're playing hard and they're playing good. They just need to make something happen right now. Get a little bit of this momentum off of Texas' hands.
Davis and Ricks back deep. Richmond McGee to kick it for the Longhorns. This one out for the 15, and that's the end of the line, out to the 16-yard line. was Ricks. Well, Tryon, you talked about him. He's an outstanding special teams player there to make the tackle.
One of those unsung heroes that make it all work. He was a great quarterback at Bay City High School when he was a senior, Kevin. He was recruited by a lot of schools and chose to come to Texas, and he never was able to play quarterback, but he has made quite a contribution on the special teams. And, I mean, big time. He's kept to the special teams.
Aaron Harris also in on that stop for Texas. Rashard Armstrong, a single setback on 1st down and 10 from the 16-yard line. Lead option, Armstrong. Well, there is far more orange than there is white out there.
Speed.
And Armstrong loses 4.
Speed, speed, speed. That's the difference in that defense and most other ones. They got great speed.
Watch Corey Redding come all the way across.
I'm telling you, just the time it takes to converge on the runner is unbelievable.
Pickerel also right there.
A bunch of folks over there.
Yep.
Like you said, more orange and white. That's the problem.
We'll back it up, 2nd down, 13. Call it a loss of 3 officially. Again, Baylor from the no huddle. Karras throws this one incomplete. And again, goes through the hands of Derek Johnson.
How good is he? How good is he for a freshman? Explain. I mean, a sophomore. Explain that to me.
Well, you know, you were just about right what you said a minute ago, because how good was he for a freshman?
Oh, yeah.
He's a freshman All-American.
Yeah.
And he's kind of picked up where he left off a year ago. Look at those numbers. Leading tackler on this team. And Johnson.
But it's from Waco. Johnny Tusa coached at Waco High, coached there for 100 years, and this is one of his best products. Johnny's put out 1 million great college football players, and what a great coach he is.
Here comes Basher on the cornerback blitz. Good protection. Karras incomplete. And Babers was a closer, it looked more like the intended receiver that time than the guy in the white jersey.
I'll tell you what they did, Kevin. They protected good that time. Of course, they didn't rush for 3, but he had plenty of time, and just great coverage protection.
Babers stepped up. And it is punt time again for the Baylor Bears. This time, Parker is going to be punting from right at his own goal line.
Plus, this time he's punting into the wind, and this thing is not going to go as far. This could, they better be careful right here.
Here they come, got it away. Vasher to the 33-yard line. Texas has had great field position all day long. 17-0 is the Longhorns lead. 17-0 Texas on top. Let's head to the sideline. We check in with Brian Anderson.
All right, thanks a lot, Kevin. Well, Aaron Lardy is back in the game. He missed 2 series. Remember, earlier this year, the Baylor defensive tackle, he missed 5 games due to a knee injury, but now he's back. He had to take a little time to get his knee back right. They're actually working right above his calf, right behind the knee, but he is back in there and says he's good to go.
All right, yep, they had that surgery in August, and he is really starting to hit his stride. Thanks very much, Brian. So Sims from the 33-yard line, another short field for Texas to work with. Sims straight drop to throw, throws in the flat. Down to the 25-yard line goes Ivan Williams. Greg Wade making the tackle. Williams made 6 catches a week ago, a career high in that category for 111 yards against Nebraska.
Probably the key to the victory was Ivan Williams. What a great game he had. And, of course, he's a guy that's had a lot of ability, been around for a while, and they really have got him contributing to this football team right now. Plus, he can block like I mean, he is a good blocker. He's developing every week and doing that. So, what a commodity. Soft hands, good blocker, big.
He is big.
And fast, so that's a pretty good combination.
6'1", 240 pounds. Sims goes down. Ethan Kelly fighting through and making the sack as he shoots through. This guy, a guy that's got a chance to play on Sundays. He's really coming on strong, averaging about 7.5 tackles a game in his last 4. Leading tackler on this team.
He totally dominated the offensive line on that play. He really did do a heck of a job. Man, I'm talking about that is domination.
You know what? He was held as well. Jason Glenn had him. It could have very well been called for a holding penalty. 3rd down and 10.
Didn't hold him long enough.
Sims throws this one complete to Williams. And Williams has the first down at the 19-yard line, and Matt Johnson made the tackle. On a 3rd down and 10, Texas gets 13.
Well, one-on-one against Roy Williams doesn't work very good, Kevin.
Watch the hands. That's all hands right there.
Oh, that's like recess right there, like playing at recess. Just throw it and catch it.
Another catch for Williams. Another first down for Texas. This time from the 18-yard line. Roy Williams on the reverse. Great move.
What a move.
But Baylor, they stepped up after that first move and able to hold him to a gain of 4 yards on the play. So 2nd down and 6 is coming up. Willie Andrews making the stop.
Well, the funny thing about that play is they had a corner blitz on. Bobby Hart was blitzing. He was running right beside Roy all the way, and nearly outran Roy to the ball.
Count right under 8 minutes to go in the first half. Benson back to the line of scrimmage and not an inch more. A.C. Collier there to make the stop. 2-yard loss.
Got a lot of guys in the box, Kevin. That's the big new word in football. Everybody talks about the box. I'm not sure what it is, but a bunch of guys up next to the line of scrimmage, I'll tell you that.
They look really crowded. Chances are you got 8 in the box.
I imagine that's what it is.
39% this season from 3rd down conversions for Texas. Sims steps up, throws, complete to Tony Jeffrey. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Unsung hero, Tony Jeffries.
First touchdown catch of the season for Jeffrey.
Kevin, Mike Brown was telling me that Tony Jeffries is one of the most unselfish players he's ever coached. He comes in and plays and never complains about playing time, and anytime he has to deliver, he does.
Well, he delivered right there.
Well, he was wide open, wasn't he?
Mangum again. I gave me trouble keeping Dusty Mangum loose today. He kicks it through. There's still a lot of football left to be played in the first half. Just a little more than halfway through the 2nd quarter of play, and it's Texas. Penalty marker down. Before you put the point on the board, looks like a holding against Texas.
That cannon's going to run out of shells if they don't slow down here a little bit.
They may have to send out for more.
Holding. Offense.
I know it's coming.
10-yard penalty. Replay down.
I know that cannon's coming, but it always jump about 6 feet every time they blow it. The bad thing when you're coming to this stadium on the opponent's side, hearing that cannon too much.
That's right.
That's what I always hated there was that stupid cannon, because it meant we were getting beat.
Smoky sounds. Now, they did a flyby from one of the area Air Force bases.
Woo.
And it rattled the cages a little bit. Even those who knew it was coming still. Woke them up again. Hey, shoot off another shell. They shoot one off even when they call one back, and now this one counts for good.
Reload.
24-0. Texas reloading right now on the Bears. Right now is he's got 3 touchdown passes, and it is 24-0. There's another sellout crowd here at Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium. They've enjoyed what they've seen so far on a beautiful afternoon in November.
Hey, this stadium is big and good, isn't it? It's a nice deal. Another guy that needs some accolades is the guy that takes care of that grass. All that rain they had last week, and this field is just like unbelievable.
Randy Davis just shy of the 20-yard line. Well, it didn't take long. It's been short drives all day long. 6 plays on that one. Brett Robin making the tackle on the special teams. Roy Williams with a touchdown catch, picking up where he left off after the career day a week ago in Nebraska.
Riding a bicycle over there right now.
He's got his team motoring right now, that's for sure. Look at Karras.
What are they going to come up with next? Now they got bicycles on the sideline.
I'll tell you what it is, and I'll tell you in a little while. Sims, 11 of 12. He has been outstanding. I read the article about a professor, sports medicine professor at Stanford, who has developed a new system where you place your hand in an airtight little bubble.
Full start, offense, 5 yards, replay for down.
And what it does is it cools the blood and it rehydrates the body. And they say it's amazing the difference it makes. The San Francisco 49ers are using it and Stanford Cardinal are using it.
So Stanford needs to use something because they're getting beat.
They need all the help they can get. And of course they would develop it in Northern California where they never play in the heat anyway.
Well, of course not. Or the cold.
We'll bring that to Austin in August.
Yeah, there you go.
Remember that one. Look out for that. Karras rolling out and throwing. Incomplete. Looking for Newhouse, and he's short opted.
We had a little confusion in Texas secondary that time. We had 2 guys on one, and they ran motion across to strength. They're lucky to get out of that deal without a big play.
So here we go on 2nd down and 15. And he still almost caught the ball.
Yeah, he sure did.
Timeout, Texas.
So Texas, you know, you said they had the blown coverage a moment ago, or there's some confusion in the secondary. Now they call a timeout here.
Well, I tell you, when they have all that, they have no huddle to begin with. They got 5 wide receivers and they got motion. You know, you got to be a Phi Beta Kappa to know what to do and how to do it because there's too darn many things going on. And they've done a nice job all day. That time, particularly the play before, they did have 2-on-1 and none on 1. And that's not a good deal. You don't need to have none on 1 and 2 on 1.
Well, the first thing we talked about today was the fact that Texas tried to do something today that they have never done in the storied history of this football program. That has put together 5 consecutive 9-win seasons. A win today, of course, number 9. They will go to 9-1 and 5-1 against the league. The only loss, of course, to Oklahoma, the 35-24 game. And how strong have they been over the last 5 weeks with K-wins over K-State, Iowa State, and then Nebraska. Of course, next week, it's Texas Tech in Lubbock. That is not going to be easy.
You know, 9 wins in 5 seasons in a row is, I'm not sure people understand how difficult that really is. That's unbelievable. And they're not playing the Sisters of the Poor.
Nope.
They're playing some pretty darn good team.
Karras steps up, throws deep, and incomplete. The coverage was there step for step by Rod Babers.
Can Rod Babers play or not? Now, that guy, that is great coverage because they overrushed the passer. He stepped up, he threw the ball 50 yards. And, you know, Babers had a better chance to catch it than the receiver did.
Ran him basically, had him out of bounds from the start as Newhouse. And that's not exactly, you know, an inexperienced receiver out there as well.
He's as good as there is the conference.
Yep, Reggie Newhouse.
I wonder what they're pointing at.
3rd down and 15. Newhouse has the catch. Flags are down. Newhouse has the 1st down, and he could be gone.
Oh, what
Out
a
of
play.
bounds at the 14-yard line.
What a great catch. That's great concentration there because that goes right between their hands.
But back at the 8-yard line, there is a flag.
Holding.
Wow.
What a blow that is. Man, is it ever a great catch. That is one of the best catches. Watch the concentration, Newhouse, what keeps on this ball. It's unbelievable. Spinning. jumping, catching it behind him.
That'll wipe out a 76-yard game.
Offense.
And then he does a nice job running after he catches it. That's a bad deal there for Baylor right there. That's what they might have needed to get a little spark going, and it's hurt.
Cherish is saying, Mr. Referee, with all due respect, sir, look at the scoreboard. We need all the help we can get at this point.
Well, that was a beautiful play. It really was. And one of those deals that it was nearly an interception. It was nearly this, nearly that, but it turned out to be a big play for the offense.
So instead of one of the biggest plays of the season, they back it back up a 3rd down and 22 from Baylor's own 7-yard line. Karras lost the football, I believe. Oh, he got back on it. One of his offensive linemen did, but it's back at the 1-yard line where Brian Pickerel is there to make the sack. Now, Pickerel, an interesting story. He's one of the guys that graduated from high school early, came over and enrolled in school in the spring of last year, and it really has helped him here in his freshman year.
He jinxed Oklahoma, and you know, right at the doorstep of OU, chose to come to Texas, and like you said, went through all the spring training.
That jinx Oklahoma football, high school football powerhouse.
So that's a good execution.
Sure
of the
was.
ball out of there.
Jeremy Parker got it away, and Nathan Basher to the 15-yard line.
Hey, what a player. What a player.
Michael Tolbert made the tackle, but Nathan Basher has been as good as anyone on the field so far in this ball game.
You know, Kevin, I was at the North Texas game, the first one of the year, and I thought he was going to break the world record for punt returns after that ball game, just simply because that nobody knew what he could do. They punted to him 3 or 4 times, and he must have had 200 yards, but they haven't punted to him many times this year. When they have, he's really been good.
So Sims brings his ball club out from the 15-yard line. 1st down and 10, leading 24-0, and looking for more. Cedric Benson just to the 15, back to the line of scrimmage. Ethan Kelly stepping up, playing a nice ball game. He's a senior from Sugar Land Kempner High School.
How many plays he made? He makes every dadgum tackle versus a run, and he's the guy that sacked the quarterback a while ago. Ethan Kelly's having a great ball game. What a good player.
Had a career-high 11 tackles in the game against Texas A&M a couple of weeks ago, and coming on strong the way he's playing right now. He'll break that in this one. Second and 10. Offsides. A.C. Collier had the motor running a little too fast.
Yes, he did. You know, Ethan Kelly, well, let's go back to him just for a second. You know,
Fence, offsides, 5 yards.
He's 308 pounds. That's the one reason that he's so darn hard to block, and he is quick as a cat. So you're right, Kev. He may be playing on Sunday if he's not careful.
They got better, stronger.
He's got flexibility. He's an athlete. Look at him. He gets down a great stance, gets all his cleats in the grass, all those things you're supposed to do.
Seventh penalty of the game against Baylor, and here's Texas. 1st down. We make it 2nd down, I beg your pardon, and 5. Benson on the right side. Huge hole. Touchdown, Cedric Benson.
Good blocking. Watch the right side of the line block on that play. That's a zone block for persona right there. That looks just exactly what you're trying to get done, and great blocking by the offensive line.
Cedric Benson's 9th touchdown run of the season, and Dusty Mangum again to make it a 31-point game with 4:09 to go in the 1st half.
We're going to ice Dusty down at the half.
So I'm saying he's not going to have any trouble staying loose. No. He doesn't need a stretch, that's for sure.
No.
Oh, Texas putting on a clinic here in this first half. Watch the hole.
Plus, this is a great cutback. See, that's what Benson has always done such a great job of, cutting back. And he's against the grain runner, and to get you going and cuts back on you, it's just Katie bar the door.
And if you do, he'll probably bust right through it.
And without a doubt. You know, what it does is it gets your equilibrium off and makes it tough.
Over 80,000 in attendance. That took all of 2 plays. Set up once again by Nathan Vasher on a punt return. This one down to the 15-yard line. Benson takes it in from 10 yards out.
You know, we said this a while ago, but this field is in excellent condition considering the fact that we had so much rain the last 2 weeks, and technology just continues to improve. It looks like it would be muddy. I do not see any grass, no divots, nothing. It's great. What a nice facility.
Yes, it is. Richmond McGee will kick it away yet again. And Baylor will bring it out to the 20-yard line and scrimmage first down and 10 from there. Baylor had a 78-yard pass play nullified on their last drive on a holding penalty. Without question, most excitement that Aaron Karras has seen today. But it didn't last long.
Aaron Karras is playing good, I think, Kevin. He's done a nice job. The line's done a pretty good job getting protection, and you know, they just got it. They're playing against the defense, got great speed.
Armstrong trying to bounce it outside. He's not bouncing anywhere except to the turf, with Derek Johnson riding right on top of it. Johnson, freshman All-American.
I take my hat off to the Bears, Kevin. They're playing hard. They're playing determined, and they've had a lot of turmoil the last week, and I congratulate them for what they're doing. It's not easy, believe me.
Armstrong again. He'll lose a couple more. It has been a tough week. Kevin Steele, of course, coaching the last 3 games. Not for the school, but for the players.
Looks to me like they're slowing it down a little bit now, trying to let that clock run and get out here at 31 minutes and a half. Trying to keep from having to give Texas good field position again.
Third down and 9 from the shotgun. Newhouse has it, but looks to be short of the first down as Nathan Vasher with a sure tackle just short of the first down marker, and it's punt time again for the Baylor Bears.
Newhouse is really a good player. What a great competitor, and what a great receiver. Of course, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Nope.
You know, his daddy could play.
Came by it honest, didn't he?
Oh, I'm telling you, Robert Newhouse is good as ever saw. When he was playing for University of Houston,
yes,
unbelievable things he did. And of course, he was great for the Cowboys too. But God, he's one of the best college backs I've ever seen.
Good pass from center, and they almost got to it again. Vasher calls for the fair catch. Let it roll. Down to the 38-yard line. Yeah, people tend to forget when they think about Robert Newhouse, and I was very young at the time, but people think about the Dallas Cowboys. He was a great running back for Bill Yeoman back in the late 60s and early 70s. Played in a couple of Bluebonnet Bowls. You didn't hear a whole lot about the University of Houston at that time, but man, he was an absolute stud.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. And you know, Bill Yeoman came up with the Houston Bear offense and ran it well. Well, Robert Newhouse was a lot of the Houston Bear offense. He had this country western singer here in Austin.
Larry
Gatlin was the quarterback. And boy, did they have a good football team, good football program. Old Gatlin could play now. He'll tell you he couldn't, but he could play.
Sims throws this one. It's complete to Williams, but fell down in the process. He'll lose a couple of yards on the completion.
Self-tackleization got him.
Counting down to 90 seconds to go in the first half. Jody Conrad, the women's basketball coach here at Texas, scheduled to appear at halftime, as well as Rick Barnes, men's coach.
Kevin, that right there is a major league pass and a major league catch.
And you move the sticks. Sims to Williams.
That's the quickest release I've seen. That's zipping that ball in there. Make it look simple, don't it?
Far from it on either side of it. The throwing part or the catching part. 31-0. Minute 26 to go as Williams steps out of bounds to stop the clock here in the second quarter. Chris Sims takes it up, makes something out of absolutely nothing, and picks up 7 on first down on a busted play, a bad snap
Texas.
off the shotgun.
Charles
Charles Mann made the tackle, but still Sims able to take it forward for 7 yards.
I'm going to give you a little trivia question, Kevin. Who you think was the all-time leading Southwest Conference receiver, and what is his connection with this football game today? But I'm going to help you. It was Roy Williams' brother, Lloyd Hill, who played for us at Texas Tech. All-American as a junior, one of the leading pass receivers ever to play in football, and that's Roy's brother. And you know, those are great guys. They're great competitors, and boy, I've got great respect for their family. They're a neat group of people.
You know a little about the high school and college football in the South Plains, and they played about as well as any place out there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. And they played, of course, they both played Odessa Permian, and Permian was really the king bee for a long time in high school football in this state, in 5A football. But they've struggled a little bit lately, but they're from great programs, and they're great people. Their Mama Rose is one of the neatest gals I ever met in my whole life. Oh, yeah, she's one of the all-time greats. What a great fan, what a great lady.
Well, second down and 4. Here comes pressure, and Sims got rid of it on the shuttle pass, but there was nothing doing. When Ivan Williams caught it, he had a lot of help going to the turf.
There's your man Kelly in there again, I think.
I think it was Ethan Kelly.
Texas.
I think he just tackled everybody, the center of the guard, the receiver, and all of them.
Start tackling until you get to the man with the football. Chris Sims, so far in this first half, has been all that was expected of him. Chance Mock, you see the man in the right of the screen, is probably more than likely to get some playing time in this one today.
You know, I tell you, I'm really glad that Chris Sims had a great week last week. After all he's gone through, and you know that playing quarterback in a major university is a high-profile position, and I've always felt like they get way more abuse than they deserve, and sometimes they get more credit than they deserve also. But that's a hard position. Chris has handled it well, and I'll tell you this: last week was his 28th start, I think you said, and that's probably the best game he's ever played in college, and that's a real tribute to him, a real tribute to Greg Davis, who coaches him, and a real tribute to hanging in there, because he was infallible up in Lincoln, Nebraska. That's a hard place to win now. You know, there've been 2 up there wins since Moby Dick was a minnow, and both of them are Texas.
That's right.
And lots of games, lots of water on the bridge.
You had to go back to a loss to Washington, I believe, in 1991. And since then, only Texas has beaten Nebraska at Memorial Stadium. This one complete at the 31-yard line. Kind of closed off the outside, but left the middle open. B.J. Johnson with the catch, his 3rd of the game.
14-yard game.
Pick up 14 and move the sticks.
B.J. Johnson can get open. And he knows of the game. He can get open. Darndest thing I've ever seen.
Sims feels the pressure. He'll run. Throwing downfield into the end zone and out of the back of the end zone. He was looking for Roy Williams, but even at 6'4", if Roy was 7'4", he wouldn't have been able to get to that one.
Plus, he's past the line there. They're going to get him for being past the line. No, they're not either. I beg your pardon. That's dead wrong.
If it was, he threw it right on the line of scrimmage.
One more trivia question.
Personal foul. 15 yards.
Without overstating the obvious, that is not what Baylor needed. A 15-yard penalty. This is going to move it half the distance to the goal.
You know, Kevin, I'll give you a quick trivia question. We were talking about Nebraska a while ago. They've lost only 2 games the last 76 in Lincoln. But who are the 3 active coaches in the United States today that have won in Lincoln, Nebraska? Only 3 active coaches.
That have won in Lincoln.
Yeah.
Well, I know 2 of them right off the top of my head.
Okay, what's the other one?
Well, you have to go back.
How about Mr. Bowden over there at Florida State?
Oh, yeah?
And Mr. Paterno over at Penn State. And Mac Brown has beaten them twice. Pretty good company.
Picked off at the goal line. Bobby Hart. And Bobby Hart brings it out to the 5-yard line.
We had a bust of some kind there because Sloan Thomas was the intended receiver. He never saw the ball thrown, and the defender made the interception, and Sloan was still running the pattern.
So Baylor dodging a bullet and getting the first interception and turnover of this game for themselves, the first takeaway. And Bobby Hart is 3rd INT of the year. Great athlete. Watch the eyes of Chris Sims.
I think you hit the nail on the head.
Block roll the waist on Texas. 15-yard.
They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line, where Baylor dodges another bullet here in this first half.
Kevin, you hit the nail on the head a while ago when you said the magic word takeaway. If you really want to know why Texas is number 4 in the nation, they're +8 in takeaways, and Baylor's problem, honest to goodness, and it goes back to this, they're -16 in takeaways this year. And when you give up the ball 16 times more than you get it back, it's hard to beat anybody with any kind of team. And that's been the Achilles heel for Baylor, has been, you know, turnovers.
Well, Aaron Karras brings his team out. What do you do here with 44 seconds left?
She's
trailing 31-0.
Go downtown.
You would think you would believe you have nothing to lose, but they're going to keep it conservative and keep it on the ground as Rashard Armstrong goes ahead for a couple.
That's what you're supposed to do right there.
Second down 5. Adam Dorn making the stop.
You know, Baylor's line's big, Kevin. They're big, and they're seniors, and they've played a long time, and they got some good players on that line.
Which should be the final play of the first half. First half absolutely dominated by Texas. One look at the scoreboard will tell you that. There's the running play, and that will do it. So Texas in control. The second play of the game, a 73-yard touchdown pass from Chris Sims to Roy Williams, and they have really never looked back from there. It took only all of 24 seconds for them to get on the board, and now it is 31-0 at the half. And Brian Anderson is standing by with Mac Brown. Brian?
All right, thanks, Kevin. Mac Brown, you preached energy and execution this week. You satisfied with what you got today in the first half?
Well, Brian, we are. We've missed a couple of scoring opportunities with our offense when we had great field position because they had a tough win in their face. We got some short punts early in the second quarter, but really pleased with the attitude and the effort of our team so far. We've had the 2 turnovers to their 1. We got to protect the ball, and we got to come back out and start with the same attitude the third quarter.
Is there a time when we see some of the younger guys get some experience in the second half?
Well, what we're trying to do is win the game, and if I'm assured that that's done, then we'll start worried about substitution. But right now, a lot of people have been ahead 31-0 and get beat, so we're not planning on doing that.
Coach Brown, thanks. Good luck second half.
Thanks, guys.
Back to you, Kev.
Presenting the awards are Harvey Fry, Vice President, Sales and Marketing for
Davis and Ricks back deep. That went out of the back of the end zone. So first down and 10 from the 20-yard line, as Baylor trying to make this one look a little better right now. Trying to play hard and keep the players playing throughout this game.
Got to get ignited, and they played hard so far. They've done a nice job of that, and they just had a little misfortune. And you know, field position has just been the difference in this football game so far.
Karras, roll the pocket, looking downfield, going up top into double coverage, and this one intercepted. Kendall Briles with the interception. His first, in Texas on the opening play of the second half in good shape.
Hey, Kendall is, you know, he hadn't been playing. He hurt his ankle in preseason. He is really a good player. He's from Friendship Wolford and a freshman, and got a chance to be. He was a great quarterback in high school.
Yes, he was. Stephenville High School.
Yeah.
Went on.
And then his last year, he went to Friendship, and so he grew. You know, he graduated from Friendship and led them into the playoffs, high in the playoffs.
Yeah, those coaches' sons, they know the game, don't they?
They really do.
Sims goes to Cedric Benson, and Benson right up the middle. And let's go down to a sideline report for Brian Anderson. Brian.
As he came out from the halftime break, he said, you know what, he's not too displeased with his team. Actually, he feels like they're playing pretty well, but it's all about field position. That's what he preached to his ball club at the halftime break. Said, guys, we've got to shorten the field on them. We can't give them the field position where they are, because we feel like we can do some things, take some chances offensively if we have a longer field to work with.
Second down and 6. Thanks, Brian. And that's a nice defensive play.
Oh, boy.
AC Collier.
AC's made 2 or 3 good plays today. That's the same play they scored on a while ago, Kevin, and he cut it back, and there was AC Collier. He wasn't going to get bit by the same dog twice.
And he didn't. AC Collier plays big against good teams. To give you an idea, last year he had 6 sacks. 2 came against Texas, 2 came against Oklahoma, and 1 of those came against Texas A&M. It's revved up for the big boys.
He's got great quickness.
That's third down and 7 for Texas. Opening possession for the Longhorns here in the second half. This one complete, plenty of room to run.
Oh,
David Thomas, the backup tight end.
See,
3 freshmen.
He's from the same place Briles is from. They're both from Friendship, and a nice catch. David's got great hands, and what a fine receiver. He's a true freshman.
Making people miss and taking it ahead, moving the chains, and Texas in good shape again.
You know, Kevin, Texas got 2 or 3 receivers like that are sort of tight end / split end people that are big.
Benson trying the left side. You gotta give the Baylor defense credit. They have not let anybody really bust through. Steven Sepulveda making that tackle. They've done a nice job at least containing somewhat the line of scrimmage.
You bet. Plus they're pursuing good. They're playing hard, and they're moving up and down the line. They're not getting knocked off the line, I'll tell you that. You know, the funny thing about it, Kevin, the thing we fail to remember is how many young players are playing for the University of Texas, and so many sophomores and freshmen playing, it's not even funny.
On second down, Benson tries to break it outside, gets to the 16-yard line. It'll be very close to a first down. Joe Simmons there to make the stop.
Robbie Doan, he's a blocking Jesse, I'm telling you. Now, he can block, and line came off good. That's a good football play.
It'll be just short of the first down. It'll be third down and 1. Call it third down and 1. It's less than a yard. Benson, sophomore from Midland Lee. And he has the first down, but not by a whole lot. Matt Johnson stepping up there and putting his shoulder on the big man Cedric Benson, but not before he's able to pick up 3 and enough for the first down.
Yeah, that's a good second effort.
It was all about the second effort. He was hit right at the line.
Brock Edwards did a nice job. He got a good block, and Brock continues to play better every week. He had the great catch earlier and dropped the ball. He's trying to run before he caught it, but he's really developing.
First down, 10 from the 13-yard line. Sims on the delay. Benson. And again, Matt Johnson coming around. Guy that was ejected from last week's game in Lubbock for fighting. They said that's the best way to describe him. He's a fighter.
Well, I'll tell you, he made a nice play then, and that's a good play. He's quick and
tough.
Got a good nose for the ball.
There's a gain of 2, second down and 8. Benson inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line.
That's what makes him good right there. There was a guy right in the middle of the hole, and he just fanned him. Benson made that little subtle move to the inside, and the guy left grabbing nothing but the air. What a good head he's got. Good runner for Sedgwick.
That's a third down and 5 from the 8. Justin Cooks was in there to finish off Cedric Benson.
You know, all those good backs have got one thing in common, Kevin, that nobody ever mentions. They got great eyes.
Yeah.
And boy, he's got great eyes.
Vision and lateral movement are probably the 2 most underrated aspects of being a good running back. Williams incomplete.
Good defense. Good pass defense. That was not a good pass because it went away, but that was good defense.
Bobby Hart on the coverage. He's a junior from Waco High.
He can play. He's made 2 or 3 plays today. He's the one that chased that reverse around a while ago when Roy Williams ran the reverse, and he was running straight because he had a corner blitz on that side, and made a great play.
Dusty Mangum tried to come through and kick his second field goal of the game. Mangum for 25 yards out. And he's good. So Texas extends its lead. They get a turnover on the opening possession of the second half. Take it in and put it in for 3. It's 34-0 is Texas with Dusty Mangum and another field goal. Ricks out to the 20, 25, out to the 29-yard line. Best field position in quite some time for the Baylor Bears. Bo Trejon again with the tackle.
I'll tell you, that's a good run back. That was nice field position.
Yep. Been a tough day for Baylor. Only 34 yards of total offense coming in that first half. Interception in the opening drive here in the second half.
I know one thing. They got 2 out here on Newhouse, and I understand that.
For a gain of 9 yards goes Rashard Armstrong. Kendall Briles stepping up, making the tackle. Backup safety getting some playing time here for Texas. Not before it's close to a first down. Gain of 9. It's about as good as it's gotten for Baylor in this one today. Had a 78-yard play called back earlier. Pitch and catch from Aaron Karras to Reggie Newhouse. Now again, Rashard Armstrong keeping it on the ground. They say it's like trying to tackle a fire plug. 5'8", 200 pounds. He's a junior from Miami.
He's a good runner. He is a good runner. And Reed Boyd made a nice tackle. Reed up and down the line. He's like a middle linebacker supposed to be. He's all over the field.
Making his 3rd consecutive start. Junior college transfer from Mesa, Arizona. Now bounces this one outside with some running room. Has the first down. 40 to the 35-yard line. Where again, Kendall Briles is there to make the stop.
I guarantee you, Armstrong is a good runner. And like you said a while ago, his power unit's way down close to the ground because he's not but about 5'6" or 5'7", 5'8", and got good speed, good feet, and a strong runner.
That was a gain of 24 yards for Armstrong. And The significance of that is the fact that you take into consideration they had 34 yards of total offense in the first half. Well, they more than doubled their offensive total on one play. Here's the reverse. Chedrick Ricks, and Ricks back to the line of scrimmage, maybe. Corey Redding was not fooled.
He and Rod Babers he strung it out, and I'm going to tell you something. They got speed. It's just, you look up here, you go watch football all day long on Saturday, and those teams that play great defense, they all got one ingredient. They got speed.
Second team All-American a year ago, went to North Shore High School in the Houston area. Lombardi Award semifinalist.
North Shore had about 15 great players in the last 10 years. Unbelievable place.
Here comes everyone. They try to throw the screen, and that one was once again almost picked off by Derek Johnson.
He and Reed both had a chance at that ball. They both sniffed that out. Good instincts.
See who got there first. I think it was 11. It was.
Yeah, it was.
It makes it 3rd and 10 from the 34.
So 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. If Baylor wants to get anything done, now's the time. The best field position of the day.
This has been a good drive.
Third down, 10. Pressure coming, and Quiroga came inside, and the pass went outside, and it is 4th down.
They brought a little heat that time and made it make Karras rush his pass a little bit, but I'll say one thing, that was a nice drive, and that's got to be a little bit enlightening for the Bears.
Well, Daniel Andino, a chance to get the Bears on the board. A 51-yard field goal attempt. The senior from the Woodlands, Texas.
Into the wind, I might add.
From 51 yards out at a pooch kick. And that will work.
Pretty darn common play. That's twice we've seen that play today, and you don't see it.
Timeout.
Back it up inside the 5-yard line. So the special teams were special right there for the Bears. Chris Sims and company. Good news, they're leading 34-0. Bad news is they start this drive 96 yards away from pay dirt.
You know, this right here is what won the Nebraska game for them last week. It was a 93-yard drive that they took 17 plays, went the length of the field, and scored a touchdown. They put them ahead, and see if they can do it again. But when you're backed up into your own goal line, it really does reduce the plays that you're able to call, and you got to be careful.
Cedric Benson still into the tailback. Chris Sims still calling the signals, and they hand it to Benson. Benson breaks through the line of scrimmage, squirts out near to the 10-yard line. Gain of 6 on 1st down.
33 Cash.
Keep it between the tackles and between the hash marks at this point as Derek Cash made the stop, stepping up from the strong safety spot for Baylor.
Got a little breathing room now.
Breathing room out to the 9-yard line where it's 2nd down and 5. Benson has the 1st down and more. Out to the 17. You take it from the 4 and methodically pick up 13 yards on 2 plays right between the tackles.
Well, you call that running style right there. He's hard to tackle. He just sort of sifts through it all. It's unbelievable. He never gets hit very hard. Nobody ever hits him flush.
So 1st and 10 from the 16. Sims still looking downfield, throws complete to Williams. Wow. All kind of trouble. Went about as far away from it looked like the flow of the play and is able to complete a pass.
Dead solid, running full speed to his right. He's left-handed, and Roy makes a hard catch look easy. That's great execution, or ability to scramble, I guess I should say, that rather than execution, because that's the that's not what they had planned, but what they did was darn good.
So it's a first down after the 35-yard line. Drive that started at Texas's own 4. Nothing doing there. A bunch of big guys pushing, and guys in the white pushed harder than the guys in the orange that time. A.C. Collier among many getting up off the bottom of that pile.
I think you hit the nail on the head a while ago, Kevin, when you said A.C. plays good against the good teams, and he's played a heck of a game today. He and Kelly are two good defensive football linemen, I'm telling you. You don't see guys much better than them playing anywhere on Saturday.
Second down at 10. Complete to Williams. First down and out to midfield and fighting for more. Tyson Hampton had the coverage, and he was no match.
Hampton did a nice job because Roy Williams tried to run over him, and Roy's big. I'm not sure on people. He's probably about 215, about 6'4".
Just hold on for dear life and hope that help is coming.
There you go. And he did. He did a nice job of wrapping up. That's hard to do. Open field tackling is the hardest thing in football to coach.
Especially when the guy you're trying to tackle in the open field is 6'4", 210 and can run about 35 miles an hour.
Yeah, plus I'm not sure he weighs 210. Looks like he weighs more than that to me.
Woo! Selvin Young with a big hole down to the 40-yard line. Maurice Lane makes the stop, and when their safeties are making tackles, that's not what the defense wants to see on running plays.
No, that's a great job blocking Jason Glenn.
Jason Glenn, Tillman Holloway.
Now that line is one that looks like to me that they're playing with more unison as the game goes on. And they've done a great job protecting and blocking for the run.
Well, this team's playing with so much confidence right now. Rightfully so. Sims tried to break it outside. Baylor defense there to meet the task. But going to be enough for the first down. It's going to be very close.
Benson made a good run there. Now that's a great run because he was tackled for 2 yards shy of the spot that he needed for the first down. He did a good job of coming out of that stack.
And they'll move the chains. It'll build some confidence when you go to Manhattan and knock off Kansas State. Then win at home against Iowa State, and then head to Nebraska and win in Lincoln.
I'm going to tell you one thing. Going to Kansas State, I mean, that's like going to Russia in the winter. It's a tough deal, boy.
Yeah, it's not easy to get to. It's not easy to get out of, and it's even harder to get out of with a win. That one incomplete. Sims hit as he threw. Again, A.C. Collier was right there in Sims's face.
For number 19, Robert Timmons.
Was that Joe Simmons? I'm sorry, it was the other side. Joe Simmons shooting through there. He's a junior from Fort Worth Wyatt. Benson now to the 34-yard line. Well, there's absolutely nothing fancy about the way he runs the football, but everything about being effective. Gain of 4 there. Third down coming up.
Third and 6.
Well, third and 6, counting down under 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Texas led 31-0 at halftime. They scored on all but one possession in the first half. 6 of 9 on third down today. It'll be 6 of 10.
Sims pass incomplete for number 12, Tony Jeffrey.
Looking for Tony Jeffrey in the flat. Instead, it is punt time. So for the first time today, Brian Bradford will punt.
this is what Carl Reese likes right here, Kev. He's going to try to kill it down inside the 5-yard line, and that usually costs you points. Usually costs the receiving team points when they kill it inside the 5 or the side of the 10. Good snap.
May have gotten a little too much of that one and did.
Well, now that's when you talk to the
Timeout on the field.
38-yard punt, but only an 18-yard net. Baylor has the ball next.
And welcome back to Austin, where the Longhorns are pitching a shutout against the Baylor Bears. Hi, everybody. Brian Anderson. And with me is Ahmad Brooks, one of the great stories. Buffalo Bills, non-drafted free agent. You made a start last week in the NFL, huh? How was that?
Yes, sir. It's been great. I can't say how valuable the people have been here at the University of Texas. My family, my mom. I've had such a support, and you know, when things like that happen and you have favor, I'm obviously blessed. You don't hear stories like that, and I'm just looking forward to the rest of my career.
5-4 now. The Bills are 5-4 and ready to make a run. What are your chances about making a run in the AFC?
Well, it looks very likely right now. We have a very tough division with Miami, the Jets, and obviously the defending world champions and the Patriots. But we're gonna make a run for it. We got a very explosive offense, a young defense. And we're just trying to piece it together right now.
Holding
by January,
offense.
we'll be getting ready to roll.
Now, I was going to ask you about Roy Williams. Now you've been up against some of the best in the world at that position. How about Roy Williams? How does he compare? Because you know him very well also.
I tell you what, he's everything as advertised. I think he's done a great job of fulfilling his nickname, which is the legend. He will be a legend around here, and I guarantee he'll be a legend in the NFL.
All right, you got the Chiefs next week. Good luck to you. We appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
All right, that's Ahmad Brooks. Hey, Spike.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Brian Anderson. Looking at some pretty good DBs today. Just turn them out one after another. Look between Vasher and Babers. These guys chasing that man's records. Back to the line of scrimmage, and maybe a gain of 1 for Rashard Armstrong. And there's some strange things going on around the country today, Coach.
Wow, Navy beating Notre Dame. Now let me tell you something.
Navy's beating Notre Dame in
No
the
way.
third quarter. Purdue is up on Ohio State in the fourth quarter.
My goodness. Wow. Well, I thought Halloween was last Saturday. Maybe this is post-Halloween upset week.
That's the old cliche in a bad one. Anything can happen, but it's a fact. Ooh. Sure went down. Ooh. That's your freshman.
What a play. Roderick Wright changed directions twice. He took the fake, got off the fake, came back, took the quarterback. What a great player and a freshman.
Yeah, he and Corey Redding.
He's from a great program. A-Leaf Hastings is a great program, and he is a great product of one of those good programs.
They're in the Houston area, and 34-0 here. Third down, 13. Here comes the pressure. Karras steps up, delivers. Newhouse from the 40 out to the 44-yard line.
Nice play, Karras. What a great play, Karras. He did a nice job of not panicking, and Newhouse did a great job of getting open, Kevin. That's a great play.
Babers and Jackson making the stop. And say about necessity, the mother of invention.
Well, that was all Karras. I take my hat off to him. He made that happen. He evaded the rush and did a great job.
Reggie Newhouse, the son of Robert Newhouse from Dallas Highland Park High School. I beg your pardon, Lake Highlands High School. That ball came loose.
Corey Redding on the tackle. Corey plays better every Saturday. Told you that earlier. I thought he sort of started off slow when the season started. Well, he's done a great job. One of the top linemen, defensive linemen in the United States. And no doubt we'll be playing on Sunday, Kel.
Miguel McKay made the stop there. Is right about that. The guy, senior, a real leader on the defense for Mike Brown. He'll be the first to tell you that. And guess who? Corey Redding shot through again. Golden didn't stand a chance. In fact, it looked like he was handing the ball off to Corey Redding. Watch how Redding shoots through.
Looked like he was the intended carrier, ball carrier. He did nearly almost take the handoff. Unbelievable.
Third down, 12 from the 41-yard line.
Okay, Mr. Karras, you got to dial up a big play for us here. Here we go.
Penalty marker down. Karras will keep it. Will pay the price at the end of the play. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down.
I'll tell you, he's a tough son of a gun.
Well, he is.
Oh, what a great effort he gave, and what
he was hit hard by Reed Boyd. Ran Rod Babers over.
I'll tell you, he took nothing off of that. He is some kind of competitor. I'll say this about Baylor: they're competing. They're playing hard. They're doing a good job. They're hanging in there the best they can. They're playing against the number 4 team in the nation, and by dark they may be higher than
offside. Defense, 5 yards. Replay, third down.
They're going to score update in just a couple of minutes, but the last score we got was Purdue 6, Ohio State 3, with 7:50 to go in the fourth quarter.
That's baseball, Kevin. That can't be football in the fourth quarter, can it?
You know what Purdue did is they got him in West Lafayette and tried to make it ugly, and they have so far.
It's ugly to start with.
So third down. Line to make is the 47-yard line of Texas. Reggie Newhouse has the first down.
Good play, Karras. Good play, Newhouse.
And Vasher made the stop.
That's good football right there. Now that's excellent football. I think Karras is, you know, as this game's gone on, Kevin, he's gotten better each quarter. And
defense is offside. Penalties decline. First down.
Well, he's never really been, I mean, he's not struggled that much. I mean, granted, you say, well, it's 34-0. Sure he has.
Well, let me tell you,
had a whole lot of help.
I'm going to tell you why it's 34-0. It's because of the stupid field position.
Absolutely, and that's been about special teams.
Well, yeah, you know, they just, bless their heart, they played their tail off. They just hadn't had any field position. And I tell you, and like I said, they are playing a heck of a football team. It's playing good. You know what Texas is not doing that I saw them do early? Well, they missed no tackles now.
Right.
They really are tackling good, and they've worked on that. It's paying off.
Well, a lot of things paying off. Backup quarterback starting to warm up because it's 34-0 as we go to the fourth quarter. In that third quarter, as it is 34-0 on a beautiful day in Austin, Texas.
Got some new players in on offense, Kev. That changed the quarter. We look like we have some fresh reinforcements.
Aaron Karras will stay in at quarterback. Texas gets it back. We're going to see Chance Mock under center.
Old Pickerel.
Once again, that time Adam Doran, who came through, the junior from Duncan, Oklahoma. Doran got there first. Pickerel was there to give him a little help. A loss of 4 yards. Second down and 14.
Tell you, they've got some nice young defensive linemen in Texas. Roderick Wright is he's unbelievable.
And they're getting a lot of playing time today because Marcus Tubbs, basically Kalen Thornton, they haven't played it down in this one.
You're right. Marcus Tubbs made the first tackle of the game, and that's it. And he hadn't been in there much since. There's a little zone drop here.
It's complete. Newhouse has the first down.
Good play.
34-yard line. Move the sticks, and Baylor moving right now.
That was a pick play. That was a pick play. The umpire picked off the dropping defensive lineman. Richard Whittenberg's the umpire, and he did a nice job of blocking off the guy fixing to make the tackle.
Adam Doran, who was the man that was there, he slowed up when the umpire was standing there, and it worked for Reggie Newhouse. Karras, nice play action fake going up top and threw it right to the defender. Kendall has another one. Briles brings it back, and Kendall Briles out to the 20-yard line, his second interception of the game.
And that was just underthrown. That was a great fake, and it was great coverage down there on defense. The corners have played so well. When you play man-to-man on the outside, Kevin, and you can do a lot of things with the rest of the people. And Texas has got two great corners, and they play man-to-man, so any number of things are possible when they're on offense.
Coming into this game, Baylor quarterbacks had thrown 14 interceptions in the previous 22 quarters. That's just not going to get it done. And here comes Chance Mock. So number 5, Kendall Briles, makes his second interception of the game, makes the big play defensively, and the cheers for number 5 on the offensive side. Mock from the Woodlands, Texas, immediately comes in and calls a timeout. So a timeout on the field, 13:40 to go. We'll take it with him, a 30-second timeout. We'll take a break. Back in a moment. All right, they changed the timeout to a 30 seconds, so we will stay here. 13:36 to go, as Texas leads this one 34-0.
You know, a guy stumbling in this stadium, and he'd say number 5's having a good game. We got 2 5s that are having a good game.
Well, Chance Mock will try to add to that. 6'2", 215-pound sophomore from the Woodlands, on the north part of the city of Houston.
His daddy was a great player at Texas Tech, Kevin.
You see the numbers on Chris Sims today. 3 touchdown passes, 254 yards, and interception. Look at the percentage, 18 of 23. Mock throws this one complete. This looks like we're starting to get some players in that haven't had a whole lot of playing time. Robert Timmons, guy that removed the red shirt in the Houston game, 3rd game of the season, made his first career start against Kansas State. Makes the catch here.
Somebody stepped on Mock's foot, and he couldn't get out to throw it. Pretty darn good throw, considering somebody, one of those 300 linemen, standing on his foot.
This is the 5th game in which Mock has played. Offensive lineman stepped out a little faster than Mock backed up. Now 4 of 7 on the season in the passing department. Selvin Young, and Selvin Young, boy, hit at the line of scrimmage. Dominic Cravens, Kevin Stevenson, and Travis Hicks all right there to make the stop and hit him hard.
Good defense, really good defense. This is a big play now. Texas needs to, if they're going to maintain any kind of time possession, they need to make this first down, or Baylor's going to get good field position, something they hadn't had all day.
A 3rd down, and with Mock running the show and Selvin Young in at the running back spot, offensive line looks pretty much intact. They have gone absolutely nowhere in 2 plays. Mock from the shotgun, pressure coming, throws, complete to Roy Williams.
Good pass.
Well, you're not kidding. First down and more. And Tyson Hampton had the coverage, held on, and was able to stop him there, but not before you can move the chains on a 3rd down and 10.
That's how you get better, Kevin. Watch this. He gets hit right in the mouth when he throws it. Great pass right on the button. Good catch. Good execution. Chance Mock is now a better player than he was the play before, because he's gone through something that you got to go through to get experience in, and it's not always fun.
And watching Roy Williams right there, that is almost an impossible play to defend. That is amazing. With his size, his speed. Speaking of speed, Selvin Young, count him off at a gain of 11 yards. With his size, his speed, his great feet, how do you not have to back off a little bit on him and not let him catch that pass, a 10-yard gain?
You have to, but you know what about him that I just noticed today? He never puts his hands up till he just fixes to catch the ball. So most guys that play defense look at the receiver's hands and they watch his hands when his hands go up.
Great point.
They go, his hands never go up. He just snatches it. Got the quickest hands I ever saw.
1st down and 10 from the 48. Longhorn offense moving. It's Selvin Young up the middle. It's Young to the 45-yard line. Justin Crooks making the stop.
I tell you, good block by Will Matthews, the fullback on that play. He was the lead blocker, did a nice job.
Well, Baylor has, it's been kind of that kind of day for the Baylor Bears, that's for sure.
Looks like Sesame Street.
Here's Mike to Selvin Young, and Young with another big hole. Matt Johnson making the tackle again. There's a lot of defensive backs who are going to have a lot of tackles in this game for the Baylor Bears.
And is he quick or not? Whew. Got quick feet, good hands, runs with that tilt.
You know, you talk about how quick a guy hits that hole. Those guys don't have to hold that hole as long. Next thing, he shoots through into the secondary in a heartbeat.
He does. Plus, he's got good body length. He's hard to tackle. Power runner for a little guy.
Well, they try it again. Why not? Up the middle, 10, 15 yards. Again, a safety making the stop. Maurice Lane.
You know, the object on offense is to establish a line of scrimmage. A new line of scrimmage 1 yard deep.
A timeout on the field, 10-18 to go. The Baylor defense on its heels right now. They need a break, and so do we. Back with more in a moment. Well, 34-0, and then a lot of the 80+ thousand sticking around for this one, and hopefully with plenty of sunscreen on hand, an unseasonably warm November afternoon here in Central Texas. Beautiful day. Temperatures are supposed to reach up into the 80s before it's all said and done. This Texas team has been hot today, leading at 34-0 over Baylor. Selvin Young again.
Telling you, he's got something now. It doesn't take long to look at him and say that he's a little different breed of cat.
Greg Wade, middle linebacker, makes the tackle, but not before a 7-yard gain.
Always quick. Really, really quick. Good blocking the offensive line, too. There's some young linemen in there playing, and they're doing a good job.
Down to the 12-yard line, close to a first down. Yeah, I'm looking through. This is still pretty much the starting offensive line that stayed in this ball game here into the fourth quarter. Willie Andrews, the tackler for Baylor. They'll move the chains, enough for the first down after a 3-yard gain. This drive has been all Selvin Young. Chance Mock with a nice pitch and catch to Roy Williams on a 3rd down and 10 play. But from then on, it's been Selvin Young. Penalty marker down, free play for Mock. He turns it up at the 7-yard line. That'll bring the crowd to its feet. It's been a while since they've really had anything to cheer about. Just 3 points here in this second half. Watch he and Willie Andrews. Mock makes a decision. He's going to run with the football, lowers the shoulder, and I'm not going to take one. I'm going to deliver it.
Offside, defense, 5 yards, replay first down.
That's a good block by Mike Garcia, the freshman offensive guard. He's a good-looking player for a freshman. Whew.
That was on a free play. Says something about Chance Mock on a play he knows that he's got as a free play. Still,
Chance Mock is a competitor.
yes,
Kevin.
he is.
He's a fierce competitor.
That play alone, you could learn that. Checking off the line of scrimmage.
Too much checking.
Delay a game. Offense, 5 yards.
We've cost them 5. Back it up, still first down and goal.
And it's back where it started. They had a free play, they lost the play, now it's 1st and 10 again. So
Just act like the last 45 seconds of our lives never happened.
yeah, just exactly same spot, same deal.
A lot of Baylor fans are probably thinking that as well. And this one is 34-0. Not anything to be excited about today.
But I tell you, I've got a
Selvin Young, touchdown Texas. What a run.
wow, great run.
Hit at the 6-yard line and was able to take it in.
I think he will be a guy that you hear a lot about in the future. That's how those young ones look great when they look.
Well, the true freshman gets into the end zone for the 5th time this season, and Selvin Young makes it a 41-0 game. It's all Texas with 8:20 to go. 41-0. Here's Davis from the 5-yard line. Out to the 20 and out to the 21-yard line, and no more. Guess who? Brett Robin making the tackle on the special teams. Brian Anderson, what do you have?
Well, Kevin, you know, one of the interesting dynamics about this game for Baylor is that their coach will not be there next year, and they are playing for jobs. And talking to Aaron Karras earlier this week, and he's a guy who earned the job, and he earned the start. 9 quarterbacks Baylor has used this year, and Aaron Karras said he's going to have to prove himself all over again to a brand new coach and a brand new assistant staff as well. So these guys not only playing for their Bears, but also playing for the tape for who might see it next year.
Yeah, a lot of jobs on the line, as is the case anytime you change coaches, and that is what Baylor has decided to do. Here's Quiroga. Robert Quiroga takes it up for a nice gain, where Garrett Smith getting some playing time. Garnett Smith, I beg your pardon, the true freshman from Arlington Lamar. 6'3", 220 pounds.
I think Karras and Armstrong are 2 good players, Kevin. Karras has played great today, and Armstrong is a good runner. Strong, got good feet, good speed, and got some size. Baylor's not barefooted.
Karras going up top.
Oh.
Overshot an open man.
That's the first time we've seen anybody that open all day long.
Yeah, and it really has. I guess Roberts was the open man, sophomore from Luling, and well, he had a step. That is something we have not said about a Baylor receiver today, is it?
No, they haven't had any steps, but he was well behind the defender, and you know, that's just sort of underthrown.
Well, and the irony here is if
Holding offense, 10 yards, replay, 2nd down.
It wouldn't have mattered. Baylor had a 78-yard touchdown pass called back in the first half because of a holding penalty. And if they had hooked up there, it would have been the same situation. Aaron Karras, long day for that young man. Father Sonny Karras, the head football coach at Spring High School. So he knows about winning, and he's learning about losing right now.
Timeout.
Is down 41-0. Baylor wants to call a timeout. 7:25 to go. Second down, 11 coming up.
You know, I say this, and I've said this repeatedly, Kevin, but the Baylor's played hard today. They really have. They played extremely hard. They ought to be proud. And, you know, sometimes you play a number 4 team in the nation, and they play well. There's nothing you can do about it. Heck, you're going to get beat. And all you do is try. They're trying, and they're playing hard, and they're playing good, and it's just not quite enough.
That's 7:25 left. Some guys getting some playing time. Boy, it's a warm day here in Austin, Texas. Texas, of course, coming up for them. They go to Lubbock, a game you can't forget about. And Texas A&M here on the day after Thanksgiving. Brian Anderson, what do you got?
Well, you know, Kevin, this certainly has been a difficult week for the Bears and Kevin Steele. And he said the only time he got emotional all week, the only time is when he got with his family. And his kids are the one, his actual kids are the one who wanted him to stay and continue the season, coach the final 3 games. But he talked to his daughter, Caroline, high school age daughter. She said, I want to accompany you when you tell the team. And he asked her why. He said, well, she told me that there are like 150 brothers down there, and she wants to be with him when he tells the rest of the team. So he preaches family, and that's exactly why, as you pointed out earlier, he wanted to finish this job, these last 3 games, because of the kids.
And you know this all very well, Coach, is that, you know, these kids, you don't just know the kids. You don't just coach the kids. You start, you know, you're talking about Roy Williams' mom earlier on, and, you know, you start knowing the families. Karis, you
no
care
doubt
about the people.
And it is one big family.
And a tough situation this week, as it has been all season long for the Baylor Bears. Texas getting some substitutions in right now.
I'll tell you one thing, old Karis will compete with you. If you think he won't compete, you're nuts. What a great effort he's given today, and how hard he's tried.
Eric Hall made that sack. Look what Baylor has done today. 120 yards, just 6 yards total in the second quarter, and 11 here in the fourth. Right up the middle. Ricks. Cedric Ricks out to the 16-yard line. So a 4th down in a punting situation coming up.
Dusty Mangum's going to have to ice his leg. And he's not the only kicker going to have to ice his leg tonight.
Yeah. Jeremy Parker punting it away again. Come after it. Not going to get to it. They just get away from the football. It rolls dead at the 40-yard line.
Good punt, good coverage, tough rush, and they did a nice job executing that.
43-yard punt. It's a no return, and Texas with the ball again. Last time it was the Selvin Young show. Chance Mock goes back in at quarterback. Texas led 31-0 at halftime. Scored 3 points in that third quarter, and a Selvin Young touchdown run with here in this fourth, and that makes it 41-0. Chris Sims, 3 touchdown passes on the day. He's hooked up with Williams, Jeffrey, and B.J. Johnson. Sloan Thomas hasn't seen much playing time at all today. Penalty markers down. This might be a good day for Texas from this standpoint, Coach. You got such, you've come off a very tough stretch against very physical football teams that Mac Brown talked about how physical Oklahoma and K-State and Iowa State and Nebraska, and then you come out this one.
Defense, 5 yards, replay first down.
And you got off to a big lead. You had the luxury of resting some guys and getting them maybe a little more of a chance to rest some of the bumps and bruises.
No doubt about it. Plus the guys, you got those guys have all played 8 games, 9 games, so they've got plenty of experience. And you just got to get them well and get them ready to go. I'll tell you, Texas Tech's beating the dog out of Oklahoma State right now. And they got to go to Lubbock next week.
That's right.
What Longhorns do, that's not going to be easy. And they're going to need everybody hale and hearty, I think.
Little misdirection. Selvin Young. Young got to the corner. Burnt Orange faithful wanted a late hit. Not going to get it.
There's a great play by Willie Andrews. He chased him down, and he ran a long way, and he's chasing a fast guy. Good play by Willie Andrews, saving a big play there.
It is a first down. So from the 49-yard line. Clock stops with 5:10 to go in the ball game. Young up the middle. Texas is going to go to 9-1. Said it before, it's worth saying again, first time in the storied history of this football program that they have had 5 consecutive 9-win seasons. Mack Brown, what a job he has done. 9+ wins in 7 straight years for teams that he has coached.
Hey, Mack's record here is
it's going to be 47-14 after today.
pretty darn
and
good.
no one, that will be the best start to a college career at Texas.
Well, that's, you know, plus the expectation level is so high that sometimes it's frustrating. But I tell you, they have really, really answered the bell. They've responded well. And, you know, they just continue to improve.
Selvin Young after the 38-yard line.
Kevin, I'm going to tell you something. Selvin Young is good. Now, that son of a gun, he wakes you up. Cedric Benson Cedric certainly is the heir apparent at tailback, but they better watch Selvin Young. He'll be pushing for time.
From the 37, a first down and 10.
Oh, yes, good blocking to the line. Good job, Young. Good job. Good execution. Just a good play.
Ohio State, final from West Lafayette. They survived. They knocked off Purdue 10-6.
Good law.
A late touchdown. It was 6-3 with 7.5 minutes to go in the ballgame.
I'll tell you, it's college football today, Kevin. You better play every Saturday. You're going to get beat. Don't care who you are, where you are, when it is. You better play every Saturday. You're going to lose.
Selvin Young comes out. Brett Robin comes in at the tailback spot. Here's Robin to the 25-yard line and a first down.
It's the old pitch sweep from years past, and great job of running to the soft spot. Ran inside, cut it back against all the flow, and nice play. Nice play with Robin.
Stop the clock, set the chains, and then wind it down.
First down, Texas.
You know, this goes without saying, but Mack's got a lot of class. This game could have been 70 right now.
Oh, yes.
And he's done a nice job. He's played hard. I don't mean anything other than that's just a fact. They've done a nice job. Those guys are playing hard, and they're in a mode that they're working on things they need to work on. They're getting better, but also they're not running that score up. And you know, that's, I tell you, when you're on the other side getting drummed, you appreciate the heck out of that. And that's sort of what makes Mack Brown what he is.
And you've said it before. Say it's worth saying again. Baylor's continue to fight through this game.
4-yard gain, 2nd and 6 now for the 21.
I tell you that they've played hard, and there hadn't been any big boogly-boos in this game. It's just been a hard-fought game. It's just been a deal that Texas didn't have far to go to score, and Baylor had to go a long way. That usually makes those things sort of one-sided.
To the 19-yard line goes Brett Robin, and Mack Brown said he was concerned with this Baylor team in the fact that you had a team that you didn't want to play a team on the same week in which they coached. You know, the coach was fired, and the players were going to be fired up for that. Obviously didn't come to fruition, but he said, you know, another thing that bothered him too was the fact Aaron Karras, anytime you have to go against a quarterback who grew up in a coach's office watching game film, that's always a scary proposition as well.
There's no doubt about it. Plus, I'm going to tell you something. The way the game starts out has a lot to do with the way it finishes. They never gave Baylor any air to start with, score the second play of the game, and now that takes a lot of wind out of your sails. And
Timeout, Texas.
you know, they've done a dadgum nice job of getting ready to play. Both of these teams have, because it's hard for both of them.
A second play of the game, like you said, a 73-yard touchdown pass to Roy Williams. So before you really got a chance to even get comfortable in your seat, it was already 7-0. Like you said, they pretty much stepped on the throat from the opening go. Now Ohio State, the number 3 team in the country, they win over Purdue today by a score of 10-6. I beg your pardon. Ohio State, number 2 in the country, they leapfrog Miami in at number 3, and Texas right there in the hunt at number 4. Oklahoma playing later this afternoon. In fact, they'll kick off in just about 10 minutes in College Station. Ohio State still has to go to Michigan. Of course, Miami is at Tennessee a little bit later on today, so still a whole lot of things can happen. But basically, this is how it works in the BCS. You take that average between the teams in the standings in the AP and the coaches poll. That's one thing. Then you add in a little bit of the computer stuff, and then you get score based on the strength of schedule. Of course, they've thrown out the difference, the score, or how much you win by. They threw that out of the equation. You get a penalty, obviously, for a loss and credit for quality win. And now the question is, what happens with Texas after this win?
Kevin, you're the only human being I've heard that ever had an idea what the BCS was. It is a bunch of baloney. Believe me, because nobody knows what the formula is. Good Lord.
And that's another thing, too, is that, you know, you can win today over Baylor, but the team behind you has a win over a better team with, for instance, Washington State over Oregon.
Well, how about Ohio State playing Purdue? Now, Purdue, they're not just exactly the Green Bay Packers.
Right.
And, you know, who knows? I think it's just an idiot deal run by a bunch of idiots, in my opinion.
Well, they get the final word, and they are the ones that say who gets to play for a national championship. Of course,
well, that was a great effort by Robin on that play to make a first down. He stretched out. I tell you, that's a darn good play. Great awareness of knowing where the ball is on the field.
They're going to measure this, I believe. Brett Robin getting some playing time. Junior from right here, kind of a crowd favorite from Austin Westlake. Very versatile guy. Only had 6 carries coming into this one, but he's caught 8 balls.
You know, you talk about crowd favorites. I'm going to tell you something. The coaching fraternity is Kevin Steele is one of the nicest guys anybody's ever met. And I think that everybody understands that. Everybody knows that. What a great guy. What a great job. What a great job he's done of handling a lot of adversity and those kind of things. And he's going to land on his feet. He's going to do well. And I promise you, there's not a better guy in the country than Kevin Steele. He is a good person.
Well, that's what Mac, Mac, in our conversations with him this week, Coach Brown, Mac Brown said, hated to see that Kevin Steele is a very, very good friend. And you hate to see a guy get fired anytime, but especially when it's a friend of yours like that.
Well, it's just a tough deal, and that's part of the deal, and he understands that. But I'll tell you this: you hadn't heard the last of Kevin Steele. Believe me, he's alive and well, and he'll do well. He'll resurface and do good.
So the Texas Longhorns get their 9th win of the season. They do it in convincing fashion. 41-0 is the final score. They win the 92nd meeting between the Baylor Bears and the Texas Longhorns. Rivalry that goes back a long, long time. Texas winning its 18th straight at home, and in that winning streak at home, they've scored over 40 points 14 times in those 18 games. So they get it done again. Up next, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. A game that obviously Mac Brown knows that he has to get his team prepared to play.
Well, they've had some great games in the last few years, and I tell you, Cliff Kingsbury, he's alive and well. Now, old Cliff can throw the ball with the best of them. So anytime you tee it up against Texas Tech, you better get ready because, I mean, they're capable of beating anybody.
Well, they're a tough team to prepare for just that very reason. They're a team that, they don't do it the same as what everybody else does. You only get to see that one time a year. Guys, teams that kind of basically turn a pass play into a running play, and successful ones at that.
Yeah, I'll tell you what you need to do sometime, Kevin. Check the first downs they make. They make more first downs than any team I ever heard of, and that's a big part of what football is all about. I congratulate them. This will be a heck of a game next week between Texas University and Texas Tech.
Well, Longhorns go to 9-1, 5-1 in conference. Again, the game we talked about that'll be kicking off in just a little while in College Station is Oklahoma and Texas A&M. That a big one, obviously, as far as the Big 12 is concerned. BCS implications, obviously. And then on the flip side of that, you've got Miami later on taking on Tennessee, while earlier Ohio State wins over Purdue. It was not easy, but they got the win, winning it by a score of 10-6. Tough day for the Baylor Bears today. They fall to 3-7 on the season and 1-5 against the league. They will finish up the regular season at home next week in Waco against an Oklahoma team, and then they travel to Stillwater, Oklahoma to take on Oklahoma State. Well, the Horns were up today, up from the second play of the game, and they never really looked back as Roy Williams took it 73 yards, made it 7-0, and they rolled from there on out. For the second straight year, Texas puts 40 on the Baylor Bears. Won at 49-10 last year at Floyd Casey. Baylor had just 8 yards rushing in that game, just 34 yards of total offense in the first half of this one today. Chance Mock a chance to get some playing time, and Mack Brown must be a very happy man. He stands by with Brian Anderson. Yeah.
I'm sure he is a happy man. You accomplished everything you wanted to do today?
Well, we did. I don't think we got anyone injured where they might not could play next week. We had a shutout with a lot of young guys on defense. We played just about everybody on the bench. They were ready to play, and after the 5-week stretch we had, there were some question marks about whether they would be ready or not. Really proud of them. It's first time in school history we've won 9+ games for 5 straight years, 18 straight at home. Now we got to get ready to go to Tech next week.
You had a couple of injuries on your defensive line. You were able to rest them today. Will they be back next week, and are you pleased with the fact that you could rest them and still got the effort you got?
Well, we were pleased that we could rest them. They could not have played today. Roderick Wright only played a little bit. Marcus Tubbs and Kalen Thornton didn't get to play. Those are really good football players. I don't know whether they'll return next week or not, but as many times as Tech throws the ball, we're going to need a lot of legs for pass rushing, so we need them back next week.
All right, thanks a lot, Mack Brown. Appreciate your time. Good luck next week.
Thank you, Brian.
All right, back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, Brian, it was a outstanding effort all the way around for this Texas team. Chris Sims was outstanding, and not a bad little pitch and catch combination between he and Roy Williams as they hooked up again yet today. And speaking of the dynamic duo, Brian, take it away.
All right, thanks a lot. Chris Sims joins us now. Chris, I asked Coach Brown, I'll ask you the same thing. Did you accomplish everything you wanted to accomplish today?
You know, I really think we did. You know, we made some big plays. We kept with the running game, and we just wanted to get better as a team and, you know, try to get another W, and we did that today.
Nice to be able to sit down part of that fourth quarter. Did you get a different perspective? You haven't been on that bench in a while.
I know, it's been a while. It was good. Yeah, you know, we've had a tough month, and it was good to give some of our guys a little breather and get everybody healthy.
Early thoughts about Tech coming up next week?
Tough game, tough place to play. You know, we got to be ready to go because it's going to be a war.
Chris, thanks for your time.
All right, thank you.
All right, here's Roy Williams now. And Roy, you got a record out there hanging. Catching Michael Adams, perhaps. You had another great day today. Any thoughts about that record?
Oh, no, sir. I mean, just go out there and play and just try to help the team win. Whatever happens.
How about your effort today? They threw you the ball a lot and early, and you made some great catches and really established the offense early.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they called my number, and I just had to respond, and which I did, and just trying to help the team win.
You're going back to Lubbock next week. That's a place you know very well. What are your thoughts about that game and playing in that atmosphere?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's hard to win in Lubbock, and it's hard to go to Lubbock, but it's back home for me. So then we got about 3 or 4 guys from West Texas, and we know how it is out there.
All right, Roy, thanks for your time today. Good luck.
All right, appreciate it.
That's Roy Williams, Chris Sims. Back to you guys.
Great job, Brian Anderson. In the 8th.
Texas. The eyes of Texas are upon you.
Oh, the livelong day.
The eyes of Texas are upon you.
You cannot get away.
Do not think you can escape it.
From night to early in the morning.
The eyes of Texas are upon you.
Till Gabriel blows his horn.
Here come the Texas Longhorns running into Memorial Stadium with a record of 9-2. 5-2 in the Big 12 Conference and ranked 10th in the nation. Still hoping for an at-large bid and an invitation to the BCS. Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium is sold out. Capacity crowd, more than 80,000 strong for one of the great rivalries in all of college football. And hello again, everybody. I'm Tim Brand along with Ed Cunningham. Glad to have you along for what is a terrific rivalry and senior day in Austin. And speaking of Austin and Texas, they have one of the best known players in all of this country.
And unfortunately for Chris Sims, with that big name came big expectations, and the team has not won a championship, either national or conference, since he's been here, and he's heard about it his whole career. But the talk around town all week has been, let's be supportive of this senior in his last game. Got a great ovation a moment ago. Not going to be easy today, though, against a defense of Texas A&M that's been banged up all year long. But the one thing that they've done is gotten after the quarterback. And with Ty Warren, their best defensive lineman, questionable with a high ankle sprain, Gerard Penwright, outside linebacker, will be blitzing all day. Key to this game, keeping Chris Sims on his 2 feet.
Now, the man who has had to be a rock this week, the emotional leader of the Aggies, is head coach R.C. Slocum, and he's with Sam Ryan. Sam?
That's right, Tim. Coach, it's been a tough week for you and your team. What did you tell them in the locker room to get them prepared for this game?
Well, it has been a hard week, and I told them the best way they can honor Brandon Fales and his memory. He loved this university, loved being a part of this football team. For them to go